Hey guys, my name is Ask. I'm from Breakfree Trading. I'm here to show you how we're going to replace Metatrader for you. I was actually just minding my own business and doing some quality control, doing some testing, and just seeing how everything was working out with the bridge and find errors and bugs in the code and so on. And the best way to do this is, of course, by using. I couldn't help it though to make, $1,500 profit. This was not intentional or anything. Everything just worked out exactly. And I want you guys to remember there are moments where everything just comes together in trading and it's just everything is going perfect. It's like, it doesn't matter what trade you take, you're just winning. And this was a great scenario where, I'm coming into the market in the morning and I'm seeing gold being way down. I'm seeing gold way down, and I don't really understand why no one is buying it. And but to be frank, to be honest, I've been trading a lot of gold recently simply because it's very easy. You just gotta. It's a very volatile asset. I also had my ass kicked by gold several times, but you gotta figure, your markets out. You gotta give them some time so you learn what kind of lady you're dealing with. This video recorded, it's like 2 hours long. It shows you how I think during my trades. I put some notes in the chart for you. It could probably be very insightful for a lot of people to watch, but I'm also worried this might inspire some people to perhaps attempt what it is that I'm doing here. It's not that you can't do it, it's about doing it consistently, which is the difficult part. As you saw, maybe you've seen my BitMEX video, this is just how I do it. I deposit less, I use higher leverage to make up for it. And I have multiple reasons for doing this, but overall, I'm just depositing less into my trading accounts because it very early tells me, very fast I will figure out if I know what I'm doing, if I'm reading the market correct, or if I'm just not doing what I'm supposed to do. And if the cost for me is $500 to find out that I just wasn't reading the market correct, well, then so be it. But there are these days where I'm reading market better than other days when I have time for trading, and this was one of those days. I could perhaps show you some of my thoughts. I'll show you what I saw in the morning. What I saw this very morning was gold trading here. This is roughly when I started working with it. I saw it coming down here. I noticed this is a pretty significant level on all time frames, 1875. I noticed that if we just go a little bit back, well, this is already here. I made my first entry. The very first trade that I did this morning is where I'm buying down here 0.2 at 1875.30, get some fills, and there's a nice, as you can see, there's a nice rejection from this level, so I'm very comfortable buying more. I'm buying more, and as I watch this trade unfold, essentially you can see I'm trading from 1875 this level, and then I trade this all the way up to, this is roughly 1882, where we meet the resistance levels up here. And for a scalper like me who works on short time frames, it's just, that's a healthy profit for me to take home. It's a good start. I like, it's pretty much what I liked. But I don't think this market is ready to bounce just yet. And that's why I'm willing to part ways with my long positions, and I'm willing to get into some shorts just to write it down. You can see I almost got it here. And then right before the TP, you can see that there's a bounce, but on this, I think it's this attempt where it gets it. I guess I do use this functionality, which is something we built in, and this closes all open order related to this. Like accident, it seems it also kills my limited order. And that's one of the things that I'm doing, is making sure that functionality like that gets. So my limit orders do not get removed, but only my open positions get closed. That's what I want, right? So immediately, what I do is that I place my order again. And as you can see, it's actually very easy. I right click place order, and I just put in the amount. Click place, and you can see it get instantly placed on my Metatrader panel on the right side. So I think it's not too far after that. I decide to take a little short position up here somewhere. And you can already see, I already drawn for myself, like as I see it, I see the move up here, good. And then I see the move down, and then hitting 1890 a little bit later, right? So we are very early in the video. I'm just gonna skip a little bit here. And I put in a sell order here as well. And this is just scalping until I get to where I want, just because that this is it makes sense to do it here. This is a good zone. We haven't bounced, like not properly. We haven't bounced properly yet. We had some push up. This is a good place for a little bit of scalping, and that's what I do best. So I just closed my positions from here until here, and now I'm looking to take this just down here. And this is just a few points, but If you do enough of these during a day, you make a lot of money, but you also got to know when you're doing wrong. Okay, so what am I doing here? Well, I'm looking at SPX because SPX, has been quite a downtrend recently, and as you can see, trendline trade is gonna lose it when this breaks up. True, which is very close. So this aligned very well with my gold thoughts, which was also it was gonna move up. Like, it's always good, guys, to look to multiple markets and get confirmation for what you. Okay, let's have a look. This scalp gets filled. I don't like it so much. I don't like that close on that 5-minute candle. That was like right in the very last minute. And that's, as I'm saying, I don't really want to be short on gold with the bounce coming. As you know, there's nothing worse than planning a trade just like this, where you're like, and then you end up doing the opposite. So it's just a very short trade, and I'm very like, you gotta be very strict with how you trade this. You gotta get out real fast if you're wrong. And I think I'm just doing a bunch of it, right. So what I'm waiting for right now is that the original order, the original fill I got earlier in the day, I already exited this, and now I'm looking to get my re-entry. And as you can see the purple line here. I'm looking for that move down and then back up to my final TPs, right? You can see I got out of my short position over here just because here I'm starting to get, well, I'm not saying nervous, but at this point it could bounce up without me getting my fill. This is something gold could easily do, no problem. So of course, it's annoying me a little bit, and that's why I don't want to sit in my short position either, because often when you start doing deviations not according to your plan, and you make a mistake, it snowballs. So if I want to stick to trading, I want to make sure that I'm doing and trading according to my plan and the way that I like to trade. So all I'm looking for now here is to get these last fills. Of course, there's no certainty I will get them. So let's fast forward a little bit. The plan is clear, and as it's, you can see I'm making a note about I'm moving entries up a little bit from this level, not exactly a little bit above, because the spread is often bad on these liquidity wicks. What I want is ideally, my dream world scenario is that this moves straight down and then straight up. That is, of course, what everyone would like. And I just want to make sure that if this wick were to happen, I'm going to get filled. I don't mind. It's totally fine with me if it means that I get a little worse entry than directly on the level. And as you can see, it starts moving down. So we'll just fast forward a little bit. And you can see it's still moving. And here starts some secondary analysis on gold, just keeping perspective in mind, thinking about okay, so what's on the table here? Well, it's clear. If we lose 1875, we're probably heading to 1750 in gold, right? But I don't think this level will be taken. Not in this very moment, at least. It's, as you can see here, there's like a channel, and it's very, that's a very intense sell-off you had here. A little bit too much, and that's what I'm looking for. So yeah, as you can see here, I have a second chart open, 1 minute chart. We'll probably see a bit of red when I get my position filters. That's what I wrote here. And you can see we have this market a little bit dormant at this point. I drew 3 options. We can go straight down. We can do it like that or like this, just to keep things in mind. If this was the retest, that means I would miss my fill. So be it. That's just how it is. I wouldn't get my position for what I wanted. And this is something when you miss an opportunity like this because you exited earlier to get the profit for the short-term bounce. When you find yourself in these situations, that's where people make mistakes and they start to alter their plan. Meaning, I want to buy down here. If I move my buys up here, suddenly I'm in a very bad position if I get it filled. That's not what I want. And you got to have the mental strength to know, when to leave these trades and when to get in. And that's why very few people who attempt to do what I'm doing here will be successful at it. It's just something that takes a long time. This is like the very specialty I worked on for a very long time, but you can easily see my methodology here and how I'm trading off these levels. Okay, so we're about 1/3 into the video. I think we're just going to speed a little bit up. Long story short, I get my fills, and right here I start to get them, which is great. And there's some reaction as well. Say no to FOMO. So I'm making a note over here that the 4-hour close is in 1 hour and 13 minutes, which can make for a great entry and bounce candle. Just need the fills. So I got the fills now, and this was a comment I made before I got them. And you can already see on the 1 minute chart, I can already see how this market is somewhat reacting to this level, which is good. I want to see that. What I don't want to see is a candle like this that goes straight through. If that happens, I'm done, I'm out, and with a fair loss as well. I'm trying to think okay, well, if I was the market maker, what would I do? How would I make the market maker? I mean the guy. Just imagine it. Even if it's not real, it's not important whether it's real or not. It's useful for human just to have something in mind of what they're dealing with. So for a lot of people, they see it as an operator, or they see it as a market maker that they're trading against, like one unit. This is not a group of people. This is a single big shadow that's moving the market, and you're trying to anticipate what this person is doing. And that is a great analysis on crowd psychology, and it helps to give you perspective on, like, okay, well, what are other people doing right now? If they're not buying the support, then what are they doing? They're probably shorting into it. And like I wrote, we need retail to short the bottom. We need them to short. We need people to make the mistakes here, so I can close my position. Those people that sell to me here, they can buy back from me up here. That's the goal. You can see here I'm starting to draw alternate paths. So first of all, it doesn't surprise me if the market comes back down and touches the entry again. It doesn't surprise me that this happened, because I already drew it as a potential scenario. And that's what you see then. What's funny about this is that I make two scenarios here, and then pretty fast I remove one of them again, which obviously shows my bias that I want this to go up. Also, I think what I'm doing here is I'm actually going to TradingView and just looking at the chats. I just want to go see gold chat, and I just want to see, what are these people saying? Are they bearish? What are they talking about? And I honestly, I didn't really get much out of this. What I saw was that the one thing I took away from reading this chat, this gold discussion, was that some people were looking for 1860 and lower for their TPs, and there was a bunch of people who kept saying, like, oh, you got to go a little bit further, a little bit further, a little bit further. And to me, this indicated that they missed the exit, and they're gonna form when it starts pulling up. I left like this, very happy with this bounce. This looked really good. And then I think when I came back, let me see. Let's have a look here. The 15-minute candle closed here, and I just let's go back a little bit here. So I'm making a note. There's 2 minutes to the 1 hour candle closes, and 2 minutes to the 1 minute 30 seconds to the 15-minute candle close. And what I'm paying attention to is seeing what is happening during the close of this candle, because that's where market makers and big boys will show their hand. You can see that this candle closes here, pretty decent close. There's a nice wick into the entry, indicating that the buyers are here. You can see I'm very happy. I think this is where I delete this option. Yes, I do. And just like that, this like almost want to fault myself here for saying that I'm taking. If I left that scribble, it would actually be really useful for me in the upcoming footage, because this is now this is what I'm determined. This is what I want to see. You can clearly see I'm very strong biased towards I want this to go up. At the same time, I got I got some points. I'm like, well, this can still go wrong. I've been in so many trades exactly like this that's gone wrong. So I gotta think about, like, where do I put my stop loss? Where do I know for certain that I'm wrong here? I'm not willing to take any more loss. And that was a pretty good area, 1871. That's kind of what I determine is where I want to get out. It's the right now the 1 minute and the 5 minute and probably 15 minutes as well. They align pretty well up with the X mode levels. They're pretty accurate. Over here, I think it's 1867. But I'm not willing to hold it that far down. That's too far. That means this level is grossly violated, and the entire theory from my trade is just out of the window, right? Okay, so for that reason, I want to get out here. It's not going to cost me as much, and I know I will be wrong. Of course, a wick can take me out, but that's just how it is. So let's have a look. This, as you can see, there's 1 hour left, and now there's 1 hour left for the 4 hour candle, and that's where the real big boy is gonna show up, at least according to what I'm thinking. So I'm putting in the stop losses. I'm taking a small break here, so we're just gonna jump this, and you can see that it's testing this level multiple times. It's coming back down. So again, remember, I make this line, which this is what I want to see. This is what I'm hoping to see. I also made a second one which did like this, and I removed that one. And if I had not removed that one, it would actually be showing exactly what is playing out here. So it's good to keep these scribbles, to keep these ideas on your chart, so you can remember, like, what else can happen in this market at all given times. And a little bit overextension here. This is, I'm putting my stop loss here for a reason. Like, this is very clear. It's very clear. I know extension 1, good chance of bounce, good chance this is the low. So many times extension 1 will serve as the low, right? Extension 2, it can of course just be a quick wick down that stops you out. You can see I'm in drawdown here. It can be a quick, that's just how it is. If you get stopped out like that, that's how it is. But to me, what that indicates is that this level is done, and I don't want to be long on that anymore. So fast forward. Of course, I would not release this video if it wasn't absolutely beautiful. Pay attention to how this is looking, right? Up, down, up. Look at that beautiful bottom formation. So there's 3 minutes, 82 seconds left for this 15-minute candle. Wait, let's go back just a little bit. I think this is a little bit funny. So just look at this, guys. Look how this shows up. And like I wrote here, bulls need to show up soon. That's goddamn right. They better show up soon. And there's 50 seconds left on the clock. And this goes to show just how important these candle closes are, because they mean everything. People who's pushing markets around and you want to figure out what they're doing, what is their, what is their target, what is they want to do, they will show up at the end of these candles and push the markets in the direction they want. Look how this recovers all the way down from being a shit candle where I'm like nearly exiting the trade to being just absolutely incredible. A great candle. Like that, this formation is beautiful. That's like ideal bottom formation. So let's fast forward a little bit and we get this 15-minute close. Great. So 45 minutes left onto the 4-hour close is what I'm thinking here. You can see happy guy, because that was basically it. That is what told me, okay, this trade is fine. It literally played out exactly like I anticipated. That means I'm on point. And I can see that this, the trend line traders are going to see this break, and the bears, they're going to exit and so on. So here we are. I got my first TP up here. Second TP up at around 1890. We can see the push coming in here, but I will tell you that it doesn't hit it right now. So let's just push a little bit forward. There's some pullback here as well. I think I've wrote somewhere, well, someone showed up to fix the 50-minute candle for sure. There's 50 seconds left of this candle here. Now, the market maker, he's not going to let it close like this. We got 25 seconds left on the clock here. Fast forward one last time. Oh, that's a little bit too much. Okay, 10 seconds here. And you can see, you see this? Let's go back a little bit. And this is the bears who's going to try close this candle bad. And then you will see the market maker step in and do it the right way. 40 seconds left. Here we go, 14. You can see he pulls it up from down here. I mean, it's not, of course, I could just be, this could easily just be a bot, a market making bot or something, or not even a bot, just complete random luck that I'm predicting this as well as I am in this video. But this, when it comes to trading, guys, there's no limits. They will do anything to win, and they will use whatever methods they need to win. So it's about figuring out what are they doing, and what they're doing here right now is trapping shorts at this level, trapping people. Because who's gonna short down here? I mean, some will, but I definitely hope it's not traders from BFT, because you guys have all the tools necessary to know not to short and to support. All right, let me see my thoughts here. 1 hour formation looks good, great. LTF means low time frame. 30 minutes left for the 4-hour close. 4-hour close. Yeah, they're gonna show hands. Market maker appears active. Okay, this guy is very confident guy. Okay, I'm just fast forwarding a little bit, and you can see how you can kind of see it playing out here now. You can see this level being taken. So it's all about this level really now. If they capture this level, then we're good, and it's game over. It's done. 25 minutes left. Sorry, what? Yeah, 25 minutes left for the 4-hour close. Let's see how it plays out. Takes a little bit of time. And as you, I'd like to see 18. At this point, this is a confident guy. He's like, can't really go wrong at this point, right? But you guys know it can. But let's have a look, right? Because this looked good. And a 4-hour close in 16 minutes, as I wrote here. And what that means is that the bears and bulls are gonna have a show off. They're gonna see who's the strongest, who's gonna win, who wants this the most, who has the most money, who is working the best way. As you can see, I like to see 1878 hold on the retest. So we got 1878 down here. You can clearly see this level did not have a good time. There we go. And this is starting to, this could easily just go straight down, take all my profit out, but you gotta stick to the trade. Like I could see that. That's why I made the cross back up here, if you watch the full replay, you'll see me making this cross. And I know there's going to be a pullback. And I know half of my current unrealized profit will disappear, even though I still decide to keep the trade simply because of what I have seen playing out in the market, because of the price action, because of, everything I've seen this day just tells me someone is market making this and will get me up. And you gotta have, you gotta let these trades run when you can, especially when you trade, with higher leverage for small accounts, because it means a lot. It means a lot. Okay, so long story short, 12 minutes left for the 4-hour close. Let's fast forward. You can see even here, I'm like, well, this can go up, it can go down, or it can go sideways. Here you can see these are my thoughts at this current point, right? So a lot of my profit is gone from up here. That I love the unrealized profit is just gone. And I would really like to see the candle close above 1878. We know that MM likely won't show his last hand until the very last minutes. Let's see. If I don't like what I see, I might exit in a quick fashion. Be right back for coffee. Coffee is important, guys. Anyway, let's see how much time left. 8 minutes left, and you can see somebody starting to work a little bit over here. Ideally, what we want to see, like the best possible candle we can see at this point would be this 15-minute completely reversing into, you know, a bulls engulfing candle or something like that would be beautiful. Okay, bulls engulfing, maybe not possible, but like it just, there's several of different candles this could turn into. It would be really awesome for us. And if you watch, you can see this level is taking on the 1 minute time frame, and there's 5 minutes left on the clock, and it starts to show up. Short squeeze time. Market maker just showed up in time for close. We got 2 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock, so he will start his buying purchase, his buying spree. And the people who trade on the 4 hour time frame, they will look to this market. They will see like, okay, you see the wick on the 4 hour candle, and they'll be like, I better close my short position so I get long on this or whatever, right? And you can see them coming in. And at this point, I'm like, okay, let's see how much they want us. There's 2 minutes and 25 seconds left. And I swear, guys, I'm not doing this myself. It's very clear to me already now, like, who's in control. Look at this 15-minute candle. So if we could get it up here, that would be awesome. Like, that would be really good. That'd be really good. It's getting there. And this is where bears, well, at least people, if I was short, I'd be scared. I'd be really worried about sitting short here. Let's see how much time left. 1 minute 47 seconds. Then, you know, this entire video, guys, like 2 hours. So I tried to just make it as short as possible while retaining the information you need to see. By the way, just notice how incredible that this is all happening on Navigator. You're trading on your broker in Metatrader from Navigator. You just click right on the levels and you just right click place order. It's incredible. It's so awesome. I can't wait for you guys to have this. So it's almost ready. We've been working on this for several weeks. You know, there's probably going to be some bugs when it rolled out, but this will change everything. It really will. All right, you can see market maker is meeting some resistance over here now. So what we want to see now is just this resistance completely destroyed. That will also turn this candle into 50 minutes. You can see my happy cursor is moving the short squeeze time around because it's probably time for that. 30 seconds left for this candle. He's looking better by the second. Closing this 15 minute at 1881.5 would be a massive win for the bulls because it will look exactly like what you're seeing here now. If you see this and you're bearish and you see this bottom formation, everything here, like what happens in my brain is just that it triggers, and you know, it triggers like a memory that I've seen play out so many times, exactly like this, and it's people, you know, in some bad position. So we're getting pretty close to my TP1 here, and at this point I'm pretty relaxed. If it reverses from here, yeah, someone would just be very unhappy with how this 4 hour candle just got closed. Long story short, you can see that this is my anticipation. It hits here. There's a small error which causes the Metatrader to, well, the sync panel to freeze, which is why I have to reload it. I just went to Metatrader to check it was actually closed. So you can see it was indeed closed. And gold is just going up. Looks like I'm taking some screenshots, and you can see I got all my trades here. I still got some left. Long story short, guys, like for the past, you know, weeks or so, I've been using this. I've been trading very profitable. I have some closing thoughts here. I will get to them. It seems like Navigator lost my scribble during the refresh. We need to fix this because that is annoying, right? But you remember I had a scribble like this. I'm sure you guys remember. And you can see it's heading to my second TP. So I'm very happy with that. So this is what I saw before it even happened. Well, let me put it a different way. This is what I was hoping would play out. And this is what looked like the most obvious result from everything I just put together today on how I see markets, the sell-off, the bearish people, and gold trading all the way down here and so on. This was what I anticipated, and I only traded this, and I made like $2,000. I could easily have wrecked that account as well, but this is how I do my scalping. I get in, I create my day's profit I want to generate. I withdraw it. Sorry, I exit it. I withdraw it, and then I will deposit another 500. It's a great way, in my opinion, to keep yourself mentally sharp. You gotta know when you're just not in it. You gotta be able to control yourself when you deposit, and the first trade you do just rips your account in half. Then you just know, okay, today is not my day. And the problem is often it will make people angry or frustrated, sad, put people in a lot of different emotional states when they if they try this. It's not that you can't do this for one day, it's that you can't do this consistently, because if you're not aware of your own mindset when you start to approach trading like this, it will easily go bad. I will help you guys achieve this, but what it requires is a bit more software control, meaning a little bit more help from robots for you to execute like this. So when it goes wrong, there's someone there to take you out, to make sure that you don't repeat these mistakes. And I mean, if you're convinced this is the trading style that suits you, if you're convinced about this, then just do it on demo. $500 and trade it, see what happens. Do it consistently. It's not enough, guys, just to do a few trades like this and say, oh, that'll work. I'm gonna go to live account now. That's not enough. Unfortunately, this is what people do, and this is why I never really showed this off. But what I wanted you guys to see today was just how I was using Navigator as my sole tool to generate money for myself in an easy, predictable way. I'm not sure how predictable all markets are, but the trades I've been doing lately and for the past, 6 or 8 months has been reduced a lot. I do a lot fewer trades. And what I mean is that before I would maybe do this 5 days a week. Maybe I just do this 1 time a week now, because I have a lot of other things on my plate I need to take care of that I'm responsible for. But our goal, guys, our goal in Breakfree Trading is to create software that enable you to create freedom for yourself. That's the goal, guys. Most people would not stand a chance in these markets, and they would lose their account very fast. Sometimes people who start trading and they don't understand why they're not up 20% or 30%. They don't understand why they're down 5% or 10%, but they don't understand being down 10%, not blowing your account is the whole point, because that's what you otherwise would be doing, right? That's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and you have a great day.